Okay. Right after CT birthday. Look. Dope boy in the game. Slamming like LeBron James. The game won't ever be the same. The world love my nicknames. New nickname alert.
What?
Play with me and get murked. Used to wear a 6X shirt. Now it's like 1X. Who the hell is going next? Later on, I'm going to have... Okay, I messed up. I was going to say something sexist.
Later on, you're going to have sex. You're going to bring it back because you messed up with the shirt size.
I did, man.
Man.
Damn it, man. How you feeling today?
Brother, I'm living 7 Saturdays, baby. You understand me?
Hey, man.
Always good.
You look amazing, man. I like the face mask you got, the Justice League popping.
You got to show the people.
Big dog, can we please get our picture? Can we see ourselves on here?
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Got to show the people what it is.
Yeah.
Available in the store. Get at your boy.
Yeah, man. So, I am Dope Boy. Let them know who you are if they don't already know.
Well, if you're not familiar with me, my name is CT. The C comes before the T. Always a pleasure. You'd be surprised, bro. People would be literally butchering my nickname. And it's like my initials. Like, they'll say, like, I'll also get too many people who put shit on it. Like, they'll be like, hey, Mr. CT. Like, what's the Mr., bro? It's just CT.
Just CT.
I'm from the South. I'm like, so am I. But it's still
I didn't even ask you
CT.
that. I told you what to call me.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Well, wait, and then you get the people that's like, well, your mama called. I'm like, actually, my mama calls me CT. So what are we talking about here? You better than my mama? I didn't think so. CT, motherfucker.
Yes, man. I'm feeling good, man. I'm back in the 270s.
Hey,
I
congratulations.
done lost some weight, man. I think this 225 is a reality by the 4th of July.
Listen, brother, you can achieve anything you believe in.
Yeah, man. Just about 50 more pounds to go by the 4th of July.
What you gonna do then is the question. You don't even know. You
I might have to
the goal.
might have to get my head size reduced. I got a head that's going to be too big. Nobody wants to be the skinny guy that lost weight with the big head.
Let me tell you something, Dope Boy. I didn't want to bring it up.
There's no weight that I can get at that's going to help distribute this.
Dope Boy.
My dad used to call me headquarters as a child. I was like 3, like, headquarters. I'd be like, nigga.
So he didn't call you big head
No,
or water
headquarters.
Do you know how big your head got to be?
Nigga, I'm telling you, niggas go around your head.
Remember that?
You stall him out, man.
Headquarters?
Man, I got a big head.
That's the hub.
I'm telling you, man, I don't know what it's going to look like when I get to the 225. And some of the skin going to have to come off because I'm like, no matter how many reps, it ain't tightening up.
First of all, also, I'm glad you brought that up as well. Here's the thing, though, boy. You look amazing,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
Like, listen, man, I saw where you came from. You work hard. You be eating better. You know what I'm saying? We're going to ignore the Red Bull.
Oh, man,
but, like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's for energy.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But I heard to give you wings. But when you look at... When you look at what you came from to where you are, you're amazing, right? Mm-hmm. But I told you this a long time ago. You were like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get to my goal. I'm like, bro, you're already there. You just got to get rid of the skin, right? And you keep thinking, yeah, man, I'm going to just do some more reps. I'm like, brother,
it ain't.
You're already 220.
Just the skin gotta come off. Because I'm telling you, I don't get the respect in the streets that you would think I would garner for saying I lost 200 pounds. Niggas be like, well, nigga.
You know what you
the objective.
They always say some shit to take away your win. Hey, keep going.
Niggas that see you like, hey man, so you still working out? You know I'm not. You see me with this goddamn Red Bull and this payday.
And this pay, I didn't even see the payday.
I knocked that down. But it was funny when I went to go buy it, right? I went to go buy it, and this cancel culture is getting ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Do you know? So the security guard, I don't know how he got this golden nugget of information.
This the one downstairs?
No. This is at the gas station by my house.
Okay.
So I go to...
Wait a minute. You got a security guard at the gas station by your crib?
I live in the slums, man. Don't come there, man. Gang, gang.
gang.
So he's just standing out there and I buy a payday. And so I get the payday. He was like, yo, man, fun fact about those, they're thinking about changing the name. And I'm like, why? Literally, he said that they are considering changing the name of paydays because it's offensive to people who don't have jobs. I swear to God, I'm not joking. I wish it is offensive to the unemployed community.
I've had enough.
You know they talk about canceling Sleeping Beauty because they said the kiss wasn't consensual.
Listen, brother. So I'm supposed to let the bitch die? I'm supposed to let the bitch die?
Just her just...
Come on, bro.
You know that this is an animated allusion. This is a story. Do you feel like they're going too far with the...
Okay, so she didn't ask for consent, but she also didn't say put a bitch back to sleep either.
Exactly. And if you would have just let her ass die, like, why did you kiss this bitch?
Come on, man. She didn't give consent. He saved her life,
He saved her life
bro.
in this fairy tale world. It was the most ridiculous thing, man.
Here's the thing with cancel culture, bro. it's the cancel culture is full of the people that were picked last for dodgeball. These are the people these are the people.
Fine, give me headquarters.
You know what? We'll go 9 against 12. We'll stay over there, my guy.
Have you ever had that happen to you as a kid?
When I was a kid,
I never had it not happen to me.
let me put it like this. If there were 12 kids to be chosen, I was chosen 5 people before the last person. Always.
So if in all sports?
If it was like 10 people, I was chosen 5th or 6th. If it was 15 people, I was chosen 9th or 10th. Like I've always been able to be picked long enough to where I didn't,
it was always me. It was always me and the kid that ate glue. Like we were the last ones.
This is what they thought about you?
This is what Side note, I think I'm ready for the first curveball. Before we even get to any of these things.
I'm not ready.
I think you should hear this. So,
okay.
First of all, I guess I should start this with a question.
Okay.
2 questions first.
Keep in mind, we were in the middle of a great conversation. But
I'm sorry.
did you not notice we were talking about? I'm like, wow, this is crazy because I just saw this video the other day where with these Asian kids. I don't know if you saw. I got to send it to you. Okay. These Asian kids were in this hallway, and they're like no more than like 5 or 6 years old, and they made them pair up, right? So the girls were in a separate column than the guys.
I think I seen this.
And the girls had to pick which guy they wanted.
And the dude was choosing. A little young.
The guy in the front of the line was shoot. Girls were coming up to him. He'd be like, don't touch me,
I
right?
loved that video.
But here's the thing. That is what starts so many feelings of rejection and cancel culture future presidents. Because
somebody got their feelings hurt.
Somebody got their feelings hurt.
Wow.
They didn't get chosen, so they're like, oh, well, if I didn't get chosen, we should eliminate this game because this isn't right. And then the guy who was at the front of the line, I started to hate him until the end. It was a girl who was basically at the end of her line. He wanted her. Just so happened she wanted him. So she came up, grabbed his hand, they walked off happily ever after.
Really? I didn't even see the whole ending to that video.
I had 3 minutes to burn.
But no, it's like, I think what you're saying too about the cancel culture thing, like I was thinking about that. I think it was at your party the other day because I Can Fly by R. Kelly just happened to be on. And I literally heard it, and like
we're going there.
I said it to everybody. I was just like, "Am I no longer allowed to be inspired by this song?" Like, because it was just. I mean, listen, this, and I say this with all seriousness. I get it, like with like the hypersexual songs and all those stuff. I get that. But like, you got to understand, so many people graduated to this song, different things. Like how do you reverse a memory? Because like I'm really into music, so a lot of songs, we talked about this, a couple episodes back. A lot of times I could hear a song, I could tell you where I was, I can smell the food sometimes of where I was.
That's what music is actually.
So if somebody does get canceled for obviously terrible things that we would never support or condone, but can you still be inspired? Like, what if that song was "I Believe I Can Fly"? It was making you feel like you could do the impossible.
Answer. I'm not letting nobody tell me to cancel shit. You kiss my ass. Listen, I'm never going to ignore whatever cause of the week people are behind, right? Whether it be a cartoon, Sleeping Beauty, or whatever the case. I have always separated artists from their artistry.
Right.
I've never been like, ooh, I love The Rock. You know what? I want him to be my president. I wonder how he feels about black and white people. I don't care, bro.
Right.
I'm looking at this dude because he's yoked up. I grew up hearing him say, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, it doesn't matter what your name is. I don't care what The Rock thinks about political things because that's his opinion. He's entitled to it. So when we come to cancel culture, bro, I don't care. You're not going to stop me listening to artists that I love because they made songs that have impacted my childhood or my adult life, and I hold great memories to it. So you look at somebody, I'm not going to name names, but an actor who we find out was wild.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They canceled this dude, did the final season of his show without him. You understand? On Netflix.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not going to say his name. But so you got somebody like that. So many movies he's done and had these cinematic moments that we still quote to this day because it's like, wow, this was amazing.
Bro.
I was quoting a character. I wasn't quoting the man.
Or what he did in his or whatever.
Yes, that's not my business, bro.
Right.
I'll
take it a step further.
Yeah.
I was heavily influenced by Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
It taught me it gave me an imagination. Green Eggs and Ham. I used to make remixes to all of his books. It made me have an imagination, all those things. Do you know that they're trying to cancel him now?
Oh, yeah.
Because they said that he had some racial epithets. I don't know if that's the word. Epithets.
Yeah, here's the thing. They didn't say it. It's a fact.
But I was genuine. Like, you would not be talking to the same person if I was not as inspired by his work. So I think I'm going to take a page out of your book and just be like, now, will I be out here like on these social media streets like, hey, Dr. Seuss, he's the truth? Probably not. But will I cancel him in my mind? Will I cancel him in my mind?
He's the truth. He's a man. If he can't teach us how to read, nobody can. Yeah. Here's the thing. I hear you with that. It's like this, bro. If you are a child and you're about to run into the middle of the street, and I stop you and I say, hey, man, if you run in the street like that, you're going to get hit by a car and die or be fatally injured or just hurt badly, right?
Right.
And you say, thanks, man. And you grow up and you stay away from running in the middle of the street and your life has been able to go longer because you remember this thing that this random man told you, right? Comes on the news later on, you find out that this random man is a serial killer. This guy has murdered
heads
millions.
in the refrigerator.
I'm talking about you like, why didn't he cut my head off? That many people he's murdered. They're
he
going
making
to tell
nigga
you,
head cheese, okay? Take it too.
You out of control. Nigga head cheese. You got a permit out?
You got a permit out? You got some finger waves in there.
See it. Get my little line up real quick. So you find all these bad things about this guy that taught you something, right?
Right.
In cancel culture, they're going to say, oh, you should even forget the good thing that he told you because he's such a horrible human being. That's
utterly
ridiculous.
Impossible. Right.
Separate the art from the artist.
Exactly. And you can love a person and hate what they did.
Yes. How many times have you been mad at I don't know who taught you how to tie your shoes, but how often have you been mad at your father or your mother, but they taught you how to tie your shoes, but you're mad at something else that they did?
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
My dad didn't teach me how to tie a tie either.
That's unfortunate.
My partner taught me before an interview when I was 19.
My uncle
and I grew up with my dad. I'd be like, nigga, why didn't you tell me how to do this?
Because I don't know. What if he just said that?
That's what about.
You don't know how to tie a tie. What are we going to do? Can your friend teach me?
Tell Justin to come over here.
Because I got an interview in a couple days. I don't know if I told you and your mama I'm a job to lay me off.
Shit.
Bro, so it's like cancel culture will always stop any good thing.
I don't know if I told you and your mama that I got laid off.
I don't know if I told you and your mama.
Well, now that we're talking about it, so I actually could go for a tie-tying tutorial myself.
That's a tongue twister. I like how you did that. Tie tutorial.
Oh, before we go a step further, you know we ain't going too far without this.
You've been letting it go long.
New nickname alert.
Okay, I'm prepared.
Dodo Power Ranger.
Why do they call you Do Power Ranger?
Because I see a bad bitch and morph into the man of her dreams. Damn it, I messed up the execution at the end. Let me say it again. Come on, man. This was great in the mirror. Let's do it one more time. Okay. New nickname alert.
Oh, hey. Okay. I'm prepared.
Dodo Power Ranger.
Dodo Power Ranger. Why do they call you Do Power Ranger?
Because I see a bad bitch and morph into the man of her dreams. Come on, Swole Cole.
Don't look over there.
Get Swole Cole in here, man.
Because Cole's not here this week.
God damn it. I thought you would have loved it because you love the Power Rangers.
That goes to show you, man. Just because I love something.
Don't mean I'm going to love your spin on it. You piece of shit.
I'm able to separate the art.
I love you, but I hate your joke, like you had said. Okay, well, that brings me to my first curveball. Now we really finna get into this.
Let's go.
First of all, I don't know what the hell has happened between you and Tony.
Me and Tony. Oh,
Tony, my girl.
Your girl.
So they just
she had control. Let's give them the backstory.
So it's a lot of different things that you and her be. So CT and Tony have beef for whatever reason. They go back and forth. It's a cute little fun thing, and they just everything that he says, she seems to be against it. It's just like this whole little thing, you know. So
you believe in God?
Really? Big bang. So, so we was talking, and I don't even know how it came up. Oh, I know how it came up, but that'd be the second thing we talk about. And we were just talking about how people were in high school.
Yeah.
Right? And so I was just like, talking about like me, da-da-da. And she was just like, I was just like, I wonder what CT was like in high school, right? And so I said, I think we've talked about it a couple of times. I was like, but I don't know extensively what he was like in high school. But I said it, but if she was like, well, what would you think? I was like, well, he was probably like one of the better dressed dudes. I don't know if I peg him for like always designer shit, but I can always see him having a cool sense of style. He probably hung out with a lot of the popular kids, and he probably was popular because he was just a smooth talking nigga, and he was funny, and he was talented, and he was smart, and he was well spoken. So I feel like the teachers probably were cool with him. Like, he's a class clown, but he's smart, does his work. So I was like, he was probably well liked amongst his peers, and he's probably like one of the cool niggas, like the niggas that set the bar for what's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be one of those niggas.
Okay.
So I asked her, I said, Tonisha, what do you think CT was like in high school? And it was so ridiculous, I had to record her. So I could play this for you.
Put it on the mic.
It's only about 40 seconds, but this is what Tonisha thinks you were like in high school.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, I don't really know about what this beef is between you and CT, but this is hilarious to me. So, what type of person do you think CT was in high school again, for the record?
CT was the kind of person in high school that had the big ass backpack, that was walking around super nerdy, who probably played hacky sack during lunchtime, broke dance after school, like that. Watch anime, like that was his.
Watch anime?
Yes, I'm sure he still watches anime. Like,
was that comic book dude?
Comic book.
Nerdy. You say you think he looked nerdy, so he wasn't one of the cool kids.
Did he wear glasses back then? Because I'm picturing that as well.
Wow. Let him hear this.
So she basically thinks you were a dweeb.
Yeah.
Were you?
Okay, so I heard everything that you said, and I heard everything that she said. First of all, Tony's wild as AF.
And you can go as hard at her as you want, because I'm like,
well,
listen, I don't know if you want to do this with CT. He gets paid to do this.
I'll answer the question first.
Okay.
In high school, what she described was BT Kingsley to a T. I swear to God, that's what BT
with the
was.
big backpack?
Man, BT was this guy. We should have asked him when he was on. That's what BT did in high school. I didn't read comic books in school. I've never read comic books. I've only been like the animated series type guy.
She said that you probably played Magic with the kids on the grass, like whatever that card game was.
Listen, first of all, no disrespect to those kids,
right.
But I never did that. I never played hacky sack.
I don't know where she got that from.
Also, what did she say? Broke. How old do you think I am? Broke dance after school. That's something in the 80s.
This nigga's turbo.
35 years old. What are we talking about? So none of what she said.
So she was inaccurate.
She was completely far off. Only thing about that she was right is I watch anime now. Like I grew into it. Like I started watching anime in like my late 20s. So like, you know, like about
as an adult, you watched it
8 years ago. Yeah. Now to yours, I wasn't this super popular guy. Like I consider the football team, like if you're a captain, you're super popular, or if you're prom king, you're popular. I wasn't that guy. Okay. I was the guy that was cool with every single person that was in different grades in my school.
That's what I would see.
Yeah, I was popular in that regard. The teachers loved me. I was very intelligent. I worked in the office. I was a teacher's aide, but I also was the guy.
A teacher's aide?
Yeah, because it was a free period.
So you was like the kid when the teacher would go to the bathroom, she'd be like, CT, watch the class and tell me if anyone messes up.
No, teacher's aide does not have that job. I don't know. A teacher's aide runs the errands for the teacher. So the teacher is like
collects
I need
the papers.
You to... No. The teacher is like, yo, I need you to run this down to the office.
Oh.
I need you to go talk to the coach and tell him that we're planning to do this thing. So I never, like the teacher's aide, you don't have to do any work. It's a free
never
period.
was offered this position.
So I was a teacher's aide and I was an office aide. So I had 2 hours that I had to do absolutely nothing except like run papers from a teacher to another teacher. And I was cool with everybody in the school. I didn't have any beefs with anybody. I hung around the nerds, the cool kids, the weirdos. So I went past the hacky sack kids, but it was all love. Right. Because my thing was I enjoyed bridging the gap between
the cool kids and the nerds.
Yeah, man, because it's like we're all the same. We just got different interests. And I'm still like that to this day. But what Tony described is wild. Let me tell you who she was in high school.
Who was Tony in high school?
This is way before you know.
For sure.
All right, cool.
Because she belongs to the streets.
She belongs. I'm glad you said it. Back in high school, Tanisha was clearly the girl that would let you rub her titties on the school bus.
On the bus? Not even under the bleachers? Hurry up, Martwan.
They looking. Okay, stop. That was her.
Now you, Rico, it's your turn.
You, Rico. She was also the chick that skipped in the middle of the day to go
to be with the festivities.
To go be with the festivities. Come back to school, hair all over the place. You're like, what? Why your hair? Oh, it was windy outside. It's a hot summer day. Well, we was in a car.
Get out my personal business. Get out my business.
However, she was very smart.
Uh-huh.
I know she was super intelligent, and she was the girl that a lot of guys had crushes on. I guarantee she was Jada Pinkett in Inkwell. She led the nerdy guy on, and then once the nerdy guy came up with the flowers, she was with the football player,
nigga with the abs.
and he saw her through the curtain. That hurt my feelings. Did you see that scene?
It was evoking pain right now when I heard it. Let me ask you this.
Hurts.
What type of person you think I was in high school?
Oh, man. I think you were exactly how you are. Well, no, I take that back. Because I also watched you grow into a lot of who you are now, which is like this phenomenal guy. In high school, I think you were... because you didn't have us around you. I feel like in high school, you were more of a simp with girls. Listen, only with girls. I feel like the girls that you wanted, you go up and you be like, oh man, I can't have her, but I'm gonna go buy some flowers. I'm gonna steal $20 from my mama's purse and I'm gonna buy her flowers.
Nigga, I was stealing money out the purse for snacks. Fuck these hoes. Nigga, it was peanut butter cookies in the morning.
Snacks.
I used to steal the laundry money out my mom's thing, the quarters. Absolutely.
So I feel like you were a little simpy with the girls, but as far as like your crew, I feel like you literally could be the dude that everybody kicked it with because you could rap. So everybody's like, oh, hey, yo, Dope Boy about to spit. Go ahead, Doe. Or what you call yourself back then, Fat Tony?
Fat Tony or Timex. I was Timex in high school.
Why do they call you Timex?
Because I had to rap at any time.
Now that's a new nickname alert.
Yeah, I still was.
Because I had a rap at all times.
Facts, man. I can say I know the first rap I ever wrote in my life.
I'm out this bitch. That's the greatest nickname of all time.
Really?
They called me Timex.
But nothing for Dodo Power Ranger.
Come on, man. They called you Timex.
They did.
Because you had a rap. Come on.
You want to hear my first rap I ever wrote?
I would love to.
Here we go. This is the first rap. Now, mind you, I'm not even going to tell you what my life was like. I'm going to just say the rap and then tell you what my life was. You ready? I got the beat going in my head. I wrote this when I was 15 years old. Ready? Cool. 1, 2, 3. My name is Timex. I rhyme best than any other nigga. You say I ain't the hottest nigga. How the fuck you figure? I'm the ticker, the talker, the microphone rocker. If my rhyming was a movie, niggas would have to call me Shaka. I knock her. If she had a face and a body. If the bitch was ugly, I take a sip of the Bacardi and get down with the lights on extra dark. And if your ass is pregnant, I don't know who the fuck you are. And why are you asking me to take a blood test and test my luck? But bitch, I do my know you and we did not fuck. So take a clue. I thought you knew who I am. I don't want to be your man. So just come up out them pants and let me ride, slide. Maybe even glide and give me the nappy, but don't give me that shit on how I'm your baby's daddy. I was a whole virgin when I wrote this shit. I was a whole virgin. But that's how I felt about life.
At 15?
I felt like these bitches was trying to trap me.
Doughboy.
I was a whole virgin.
I'm sorry, Timex. Listen, that was great. The only complaint, you hit the word bitch a little too hard. That was a hard beat. But other than that, woo!
That's the thing. Is
at 15.
My memory is so weird. I wrote that at 15, and like I can remember that, but I can't tell you what I ate for breakfast last Saturday.
That was impressive. Why haven't you recorded that?
Because I was 15, nigga.
No. You got to record that, bro.
Put out my 15-year-old bars?
Bro, that was amazing. What you just spit out is better than a lot of the stuff I've been hearing from people over the past couple of years. I'm not lying to you.
Thank you. Wow. I got that throwback flow.
And it still holds up.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Wow.
I might start going back by Timex.
Well, you already know what now. But the Timex is fire. You know what Timex could be for you?
What's up?
Timex could be your male Sasha Fierce for Beyonce.
Like my alter ego.
Yeah, it's your alter ego.
And I could probably get an endorsement deal from Timex.
Hey man, if the bars stay fire.
Hey man. But let me tell you though, when I was in high school, you couldn't have been further for the truth. I
Really?
had no crew.
You didn't have a crew?
Nah. I was a loner. And it was like, I wasn't tough enough to hang with the tough niggas. I wasn't smart enough to hang with the smart niggas. I was hanging on the field playing magic with the fat Mexican girl. Like it was just random shit.
With the fat Mexican girl
named Susan. I don't know why her name was Susan. And I didn't even know how to play magic. I was like, yeah, bitch, I ain't got nobody to talk to either. And then like I couldn't get nobody to talk to and either. Then I could rap. So then once the sophomore year came, then the bars was coming, and so niggas knew me for rapping.
Yeah.
But then I was like bigger, so niggas thought I was a fighter, and then niggas would see me in combat and be like, he's not that.
Damn.
They called me big for nothing. So then that was so, it's just, I couldn't play sports. So it's fucked up being big and you're not an athlete. So, and I wasn't smart.
Damn.
I think I was smart in like elementary school, middle school, but
I
then
think everybody's smart.
But I got bullied so much I hated school. So then it was just like by the time I was a sophomore, I was like, man, fuck getting bullied at this place that they call school. So I really was like, I was like kind of a loner a little bit, but like I knew people, but like nobody was really like the homie, man. Yeah, so it was tough for me. But I think that it's always funny to hear what people's what they think that you were before. So
yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this. I was funny in high school, but I wasn't the funniest. I've never prided myself on being like the funniest person. I know I'm funny, but like I'm not a barbershop comedian, right?
Right.
So when I think of barbershop comedians, I think of people like Carlos Miller, right? Or Nate.
Right.
Nate Jackson is a barbershop comedian. But I'm the person that's like, I just wait until my moment comes and then I rock it. Like I don't need to steal the attention from people. Like I'll just be like entertained.
And that is a skill amongst comedians that not all comedians have. Like I'm telling you, like sometimes I've been in like different arenas where it's like an ensemble, whether it was Wild 'N Out, whether it was All Deaf, whether it was different places. But it's like a pet peeve of mine when I get around comedians that just are there to stage everybody or just like, it's just like, nigga, can we just put on?
Can we be cool?
A good show?
Yeah, it's like they try their jokes out on you.
Oh, I hate that. You ever had a nigga try to randomly put a joke in a regular conversation?
You know how it goes. I'm gonna do it, okay? And I want you to act like this is a conversation because you don't know what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
All right. Hey, man, because I tell you so, boy, women, man, because women be the first ones to tell you don't talk to their homegirl. You know what I'm saying?
Just out the blue.
I mean, just like they really just be trying to tell you, they're like, don't talk to my homegirl. And then you be like, yo, why can't I talk to your homegirl? Because if I'd have met her before I met you, you would be her homegirl. You know what I'm saying?
You like that?
You know what I mean? Because then he'd be like, fam, I thought we were having a conversation. We trying out jokes on you.
Niggas do that a lot.
Now you start doing one because you didn't give me a good example. I hit you with a fire one.
Okay, I'm sorry. My reactions are always the bullshit.
It's cool. Okay. I want you to start doing a joke, and I'm going to act like the guy that thinks it's a regular conversation.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. So, trying to lose weight is difficult, man.
You know what you got to do, man? You got to make sure you're supposed to just keep talking.
I know that. I mean, it's just tough. Like, when you go to Subway, you're trying to eat fresh and eat healthy, right?
You know where you should go eat.
Right. No, I don't want to eat there. No. Listen to what I'm saying, though. So, like when you go to Subway, like why they put the cookies right next to the register, nigga? It's irresistible.
Yeah, because it's a Subway by my crib, man.
No. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is that they make the shit irresistible. They give you 1 for 99 cents, 3 for $1. It's some bullshit.
And they do that all night. Oh my God, one comedian got me with that shit, bro. I thought he was just talking to me, right? And I'm answering him, and he just kept going. And I was like,
sticking the red his whole headline is set past you.
Good luck up there, bro.
Now go take that bullshit up there. It's gonna bomb.
Jesus.
Niggas be bombing in conversations.
They be bombing.
I bombed in conversations before. I feel like I always give the cliffhanger of the story. Like it's great till you get to the end, and I always disappoint in the end.
You know what's interesting? And this is like to that conversation, to that point anyway. It's like with the comedians who can't turn it off, there is so much of a misconception about comedians. Like people think that if you're a comedian, you're supposed to laugh and joke all the time, or you're supposed to let people make jokes about you all the time.
Yes.
Like, I don't look at that hoodie. You be like, hey,
like,
fam.
nigga, we're at dinner.
Oh, he's sensitive.
I mean, you're supposed to be a comedian,
you're
right?
A comedian. You can't take a joke.
Speaking of comedian, everybody tells me I'm funny. Shut the fuck up.
Bro,
I hate that.
I'm so normal of a guy, bro. Like, I don't even react to that. I'm like, I'm sorry. Do you not think I'll whoop your ass, bro?
Right here, right
Forget
now.
The smile and shit,
We're
bro.
right here.
I'm the most serious comedian you know.
Facts. So no, man. I had a couple other things that I wanted.
Oh, wait. That was the thing. So the high school thing.
Okay.
So I brought all of that up to say I wasn't voted class clown. That's one thing I ran for. I was like, yo, let me get class clown. Right? I didn't get it. This girl got class clown, and she was cooking the books because she worked on the yearbook.
She stacked the deck.
She was stacking the deck because she worked on the yearbook committee. So everybody, and this is real shit. I got so much love for my school. Like I'm from Detroit, but my mom she shipped me basically. I took the bus to the suburbs to go to Oak Park. Right.
There's an Oak Park in Detroit.
Well, Oak Park High School is its own city. Detroit is here, which is where I lived. I caught the bus and used my uncle's address to go to this school.
Oh, okay.
So every day I was catching a bus. I had to get up an hour earlier for school.
I'm assuming this was a better school for you.
Way better.
Got it.
Still there to this day, thriving, right?
Okay.
Oak Park High School. Shout out to the Oak Park Knights. So my class, 2004, man, there was this teacher that ran the yearbook committee, right? Everybody who worked on the yearbook committee had that class.
Okay.
Everybody who was in that class got voted something.
They just they was fucking up the election.
Exactly.
They wasn't even looking at the votes.
They wasn't looking at nobody else running. They'd be like, oh, well, this person, like, it literally, if there were like 16 people in that class. Out of all 16 of them, all of them had multiple wins for something.
Really?
One girl got best dressed. She also got class eyes. I'm like, come on.
This cockeyed bitch.
We got 300 kids in here and the same 15 people winning. So, no hate, but all hate.
She probably seen your shit was like, I'm way funnier than this nigga.
So the girl that got voted class clown, this is redemption. The girl got voted class clown. Her name's Brittany. She's a sweetheart.
Okay.
She's a sweetheart. So fast forward, this is like 2015 or something, right? I'm on TV.
Really?
I just happened to message her. No, she messaged me. She was like, yo, I see everything you're doing. Congratulations. I'm like, thanks, class clown.
Hilarious.
Right?
I know. You're such a petty nigga.
I'm very petty. So I say, congrats. I'm like, hey, thanks, class clown. She said, that's you. I said, you goddamn right. It's me.
I'm glad you know it.
And I
you should have told the
message.
people, bitch. So let me ask you this. And, and of course, we don't want to ever come off as like, arrogant people or anything like that. So let me ask you this.
I don't care what people think.
No,
I think we know each other.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the thing. Because this got me to thinking. Do you believe? So you said you went to Oak Park High School.
In Magic, yes, I did.
Okay.
I went to
Oak Park High School, class of 04.
Yeah.
I went to Florence High School, class of 97.
Jesus. It sounds
I graduated
so
in the 90s. I'm an old nigga, bro. This happened. I got
But you're
grays
so
in the
young.
beard. I'm old nigga, 41.
97?
It's a lot of chips
What
around
were
the
they
sun.
Biggie had just
First
died.
of all, what were they doing in 97? I had a beeper. Did you ever have a beeper? Nigga, I had an Atari. I had a Commodore 64. First computer. You understand me? First game we played was Thor. It was
They
just
had
one.
Thor?
It was just a bullshit ass hammer. I'm an old nigga. I used to have I didn't fuck a VHS. I used to have a Betamax.
What's that?
It was the shit before VHS. It was a smaller tape. Nigga, I used to go into rent videos where they used to have like a door for the nudie section. They used to sell pornos. You used to have to go into. You had to be 18, and niggas used to always try to sneak in there and look at some covers. Like, yeah, bitch.
You know what? I do remember that cover.
Yeah.
But we used to always have this fear that if you snuck behind the cover, it was a dude like, get out of here. You like,
What the hell you doing? Shake it, quick, thanks, sir.
I just wanted to see some porn.
No, but I graduated in 97. So when we were talking about the high school thing, I thought to myself, wow. Because I was never getting nominated for shit. But I did have a cool senior quote. My senior quote was, handle your business, don't let your business handle you. To this day, I think still feel like it rings true.
You stop talking. You shut your white mouth, though, boy. What year did Players Club come out?
Maybe 2000?
No. Look it up right now, Colin. When did Players Club come out? Because I swear to God, though, boy, if this came out before your senior quote.
No, I promise you I said this
I'm
before
waiting.
that was. When did it? When?
98.
Okay,
Hey!
cool. Okay, cool. So that means that they stole it from you.
Absolutely. I was
Keep
in these
going.
streets. So it got me to thinking,
Say
right?
the quote again.
Handle your business. Don't let your business handle you.
Which a year later,
They said that
make
shit.
that money.
Absolutely.
Don't let the money.
They was looking
make
through the
you-
yearbook like,
I like this Timex guy.
This
Write it in the
Timex
script.
guy? Let's take a page out of Timex's book. So I was thinking about that, right?
Yeah.
Now, going back to your high school,
Yeah.
would you say you are the most successful person ever out of your high school?
It goes without saying.
So, okay, I think I'm definitely the most out of my high school, but let's take it a step further.
The class of 97.
But see, I got a year that I graduated because I was graduated in 97
Yeah.
and I was born in 79. Most people can't change their numbers like that.
Ah.
I'm a different nigga.
Yeah,
It's
look at
probably
that.
just a weird coincidence.
It was very weird. But you know what? So I am, however, out of my high school. But another cat, which is like family to me, man, Josh Adams, he is from Detroit. He's huge in Detroit right now, too. Like
What
one
does
of the
he do?
kings. Comedy.
Okay.
So he was 2 years before me,
Okay.
right? Graduating Oak Park. So he and I are definitely the best that ever come out of that school.
So let's take it a step further, because
Yeah.
I definitely am the most successful person out of Florence High School, clearly, or at least in my mind. Let's take it out of your school. Would you say you're the most famous person out of Detroit? Like, who's the person that you're looking at? Like, once I step over this person, then I will be the king of Detroit. And it doesn't necessarily have to be comedy.
David Allen Greer.
David Allen Greer's from Detroit?
David Allen Greer's from Detroit.
So he's the person that you're looking at, like...
I mean, because, yes, like because now from what you described, but now if we're talking about out of Detroit, you have a couple other names on that list. And notably, CP, who's about to get this big TV show that he's doing right now. So I say me, Josh, CP, but none of us have reached a David Allen Greer level. You know what I mean?
Got it.
So I think, and David Allen Greer is I'm talking about movies and TV shows. I'm not talking about just stand-up that have blown up.
And
from Detroit.
he's been around. David Allen Greer's been around 4 decades.
John Witherspoon, rest in peace.
Detroit.
From Detroit.
Okay, so
I don't see anybody topping John Witherspoon.
Yeah, it's a lot of cats out of there.
Come on, man.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, even if I was just to take it to comedy, and because I haven't been in Sacramento, so I don't know the comedy scene as of right now, so I don't want to misspeak, but it's like, I feel like BT is damn near synonymous with Sacramento. Like a lot of people would identify with him. So I would say that he's definitely one of the biggest names. Mikey Winfield, savior of Sacramento. He's definitely one of the bigger names. Did you know Tom Hanks is from Sacramento?
I did not.
Tom Hanks, Kevin Johnson. But yeah.
Well, I didn't know we were going to just start naming everybody from Detroit. But I mean,
but I'm just, whenever I look at like the levels of the people, that I'm just like, give me 10 more years. I feel like when you think of Sacramento, you're going to have to be like, Doughboy, because I feel like I've put in a good body of work the last 10 years, but the next 10 is gonna be just.
Here's the thing. Right now, it's you. BT got those 2 comedy specials.
I was on Wild. I did Wild Out.
You did, but BT got 2 comedy specials.
I have a comedy special on Wild Out.
BT has.
So I have 1. He does.
I remember he has
one and he has one on Comedy Central too.
He got 2 on the Comedy
and
Central.
He did a thing with Kevin Hart.
Yeah. So, but I feel like
I had some digital success.
I feel like if we're putting people in a lineup, you're definitely the most famous person out of Sacramento. But I know you and BT are going to be competing for that for a very long time.
This next 10 years is going to be. This next 10 years. So yeah. So I know the answer to this question.
Everybody comment. Who the fuck is BT? He's like, okay. He was on the show last week. Oh, I don't know him. I know Doughboy. Donation all day.
So this is just a quick note. I pretty much know the answer to this, but I'm hoping you say yes. Did you watch the movie that I asked you to watch yesterday?
Oh, no, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. I purposely went to it right after you left the crib. I was like, all right, let me turn it on. And I was like, the subject matter.
Did you even, did you watch the trailer?
Listen, I don't watch trailers, as you know.
So you just started the movie. How far did you make it?
No. I clicked on it. I was like, ooh, I can't wait to see this. What is this, a horror movie? This a comedy or something? And then I saw, something have to do with the legal system and a brother fighting. And I was like.
You just couldn't do it?
Not at that time of night.
Let me tell you this, man.
I can't take that.
Arguably, best movie I've seen in a very, very long time. Really, really dope. Name of the movie is called Monster for anybody out there. It's on Netflix, just came out. And it was just, this is how I know the movie did its thing. I was trying to get Tony to watch it with me. She watched the trailer, didn't even make it through the trailer, and just decided she didn't want to watch it. She was just like, you kind of like for the same reason, like, I don't really feel like watching Black Trauma, I
don't like too heavy, man.
Right. So so that was last night. So I had started watching it, and then I was just tired because, we was writing all night. So, you know what I'm saying? So then I was like, okay, I'm going to watch it tomorrow. So then I said, hey, babe, I got to watch this for the podcast. Can you watch it with me now? She's like, all right, I'll watch it with you. By the end of the movie, like, she was just blown away and she loved it. And so I was just like, bro, it was just one of those movies. Let me tell you this. Have you ever seen a movie where they voice over stage direction?
You mean, that's a setting you could turn off?
No, I'm saying like the person the person that's talking is, the shit that we write, the ints, like INT, like I've never seen that in a movie. Like, and the way that they do it with story, like the way that they told the story, I plead with you to watch it. Like, it's not going to end the way you think. Wait a second.
Was this a setting that this movie has, or this was scripted into the film that they read?
No, that's what I'm saying. So it's like if the stage direction was
like for the hearing impaired.
No. What I mean is, this is what I mean. When we write scripts, like say we write a script for a courtroom, it's INT, courtroom setting, many people are walking. So there was somebody voice saying that as it was happening. I've never seen that in a movie. I was like, that's so fucking dope.
That's what I'm saying to you. I think, and this was on Netflix, and this has happened a couple of times, you have to check your settings.
No, it was part of the movie, nigga.
That's what I just asked you.
It was part of the movie. It was absolutely part of the movie.
Okay.
Because it was in the voice of the character.
Oh, great. That's
and it
what
was
you
just,
didn't say.
Yeah, my bad. So it was the voice of the character. But it was just the way they told the story, because I'm really getting into arc of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I just, and anybody at home, if you respect my opinion about anything, and I know that I go super hard on movies that I hate, that's why I go really good on the movies I like. This movie of the year so far.
Movie of the year?
Of the year. Only thing I could have done without was Jennifer Hudson.
You don't like Jennifer Hudson?
I didn't like her in this movie. I was just like,
She's
why
playing
is she
Aretha Franklin in the movie coming out with Marlon Wayans.
I don't think I'm going to like her in that either.
Well, I should say Marlon Wayans is in a movie with Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha Franklin.
Right.
I just love Marlon.
I don't know. I just feel like, and there's no shade to Jennifer Hudson. I don't know. I just felt like Jennifer Hudson was supposed to be a megastar. I don't know what happened. I mean, I seen her in Dreamgirls, and I just feel like, in this movie, I was just like, I could have done without her and Nas's character.
Well, I'll say this. One, she got an Oscar for Dreamgirls, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. I think that a lot of times we put what we want for people's success to be, and we don't give them the credit for their own journey or what they might want, right?
Right.
So, like, you look at somebody like Anika Noni Rose, who was also in Dreamgirls. Mm-hmm. She was in Power, and she was amazing, and now she's going to be in this new spinoff of Power.
Okay.
I was like, man, she was also this black princess for Disney. You know, why wasn't she given more opportunities to do X, Y, and Z? Mm-hmm. And then you got to think, you have a choice to say yes or no to certain things. True. So it's not that, it might not be that she didn't get these looks. It might have been she said, I don't want to play that, but I don't want to do that.
I have a question, and you would be the perfect person to ask for this, and I wasn't even planning on asking this. Do you think that Oscars kind of can act as kryptonite to black actors and actresses? And the reason why I say that is 3 case studies that I can just think off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Hudson, Monique, all run Oscars for films. I was always under the preconceived thought of thinking that once you get an Oscar, right, and Halle Berry, another one that would work perfect for this example.
Forrest Whitaker.
I don't think Forrest Whitaker for this one, but those 4, let's just say those 4, right? They win Oscars. And I feel like your career is supposed to, you know what I'm saying, do something like just super. And I feel like with these people, like, because after Jamie got the Oscar, I was just like, I was expecting so much more. And then I was just like, wait, what? So do you feel like when black actors and actresses get Oscars, it hurts them? Because I would feel that Oscars to these actors and actresses should have catapulted them to something that I feel like it didn't. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, my thoughts are it cripples several actors and actresses in general because it's like, oh, does the money go up? Do they not want to do this movie? Do they not want to do that movie? And it's kind of like, let's see how they handle this fame, one. And then at the same time, with the examples that you just gave, say the names again.
Jamie Foxx, Monique, Jennifer Hudson, and then Halle Berry.
Okay, so Halle Berry never stopped working, but you didn't see a lot of.
I feel like I never seen many big like budget movies for her.
You never saw her leading any more like monster ballish type of joints after that. And with Jamie, a lot of the projects he was given were trash until Law Abiding Citizen, in my opinion, which was great.
Right.
But then you look at someone like Forrest Whitaker never stopped working. Denzel never stopped working. Monique's situation was more political because of what happened in the press as far as everything surrounding that, even though she's literally one of my favorite comedians of all time.
Facts.
And I love
and a dope
the
actress.
ground she walks on.
Right.
But, and I think that was another thing that was kind of like her feeling like she's blackballed. I don't know, the details of her truly personal, so I can't go into that further.
Right.
But with Jamie, Holly, and Jennifer, I think it might have been the content that they were offered, they didn't gravitate toward.
What about Jennifer? Because Jennifer, I feel like once she did Dream, I feel like I haven't seen her in a movie since until today when I watched Monster. I don't know that I can remember her being in a movie since then. And you know how I feel about Jamie. He's like my favorite everything in the world. I'm just like, I just even feel like even the roles he was taking immediately after that, I think like it was Stealth and just like a couple ones, I was just like, why aren't they giving him the big shit that he should have got after a fucking performance like that? Like, even like with the Monique, I'm like, bro, the way that she bodied Precious, like in that, I'm like, and we haven't seen her really kind of get into a deep character bag again. I just don't understand it. I don't know.
I'll say this with Jamie, bro. And I'm, if not a bigger fan of Jamie than you are. I'm calling them out, bro. I'm tired of seeing this motherfucker post back on my funny shit, then be back on it, bro. Drop the special. We've been asking for a special since I might need security.
Come on, man.
I'm tired of you going on all these late night shows and going to the audience that's like, and just doing these jokes that they're not expecting. I want to see you get on that stand-up stage, record the special, and be funny. Stop making the people around you laugh for your Instagram.
Okay.
Stop making the set and the crew laugh for Instagram. Get your ass on that stage and go back to what made people love you.
Ooh.
Go to that,
and
then you can use the hashtag back on my funny shit.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I've been. When did I Might Need Security come out? 2000. And you said he had one more after that, right?
After that, no, that was the last.
That was the last. 2000.
I think that was 2002.
We're saying roughly 20 years.
Yeah, let me look it up. When did I Might Need Security, Jamie Foxx, come out? What year?
Because this is the thing, and this is where I empathize with brother Jamie.
Back on my funny shit, then be back on it.
But this is the thing that I feel like he suffers from the same thing that Eddie suffers from. I feel like they both have set the bar so incredibly high. What?
In 02.
In
Okay,
02,
right,
that's
02,
right.
yeah.
Damn, look at you on your shit. So it's like, I think that they set the bar so high. It's almost like the reason why I think we'll never get Detox from Dre. It's like, nigga, Eddie Murphy birthed so many niggas, so many styles. Like, if you want to see Eddie, look at comedians from the past 30 years. You'll see different variations of him everywhere. So I just feel like, because he was talking about coming back to do stand-up like last year before the pandemic
deal with
hit.
Netflix.
Right. But I think that what I've heard from him say in different interviews is just like, I just feel like it's just that pressure. And even like with somebody like Jamie, who really came out of nowhere. Like, I mean, maybe people in the industry knew, but for me being a kid, like, wow, he just really came out the blue. You've seen him all in Living Color, you've seen him in a special, and seen him on a TV show, seen him in another special. It was just like bong, 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 bong. And it was just really, really quickly. I think sometimes when you have heightened success like that, it can become a little intimidating because people are just going to be comparing you. Just like how I toured Coming to America to shreds. Like, it doesn't matter because I waited 20 years and the anticipation is so up. So how do you even get back? And then like you've always said, like, those first two specials you get from a nigga is their life up until their point. Most niggas ain't nothing really funny about being a millionaire. Like,
but nobody ever laughed. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Jamie Foxx doing I Might Need Security, he was nowhere near broke. And
True.
He said so many relatable topics.
Right.
He didn't have an Oscar, but he made everybody laugh. Now he's got this Oscar. Like I said, he's going in these award shows and late night shows and he's being funny. He's being funny enough to where we can relate to something he's doing and laughing. It's not so much as about nobody can relate to you being a millionaire. You still live life. You still have relationships with people. All of his comedy has always been about relationships. He's still single. Like he likes to say, he's single deluxe. So you're dating these girls. So you have situations where people can relate to. When it comes to, now you got so much more material because now you get a chance to talk about the rumors. Now you get the chance to talk about movies that you've done. Every time he does an interview, he's like, I was out, in Canada, did a bad movie and then did this. Okay, tell us about the movie. What movie was it? We'll probably agree with you. Right. And I'm saying this as a Jamie Foxx super fan.
Right.
I'm going to say something. Jamie Foxx told me this to my face. I was 21 years old.
Okay.
This is the, you remember the episode, it's not an episode. He did an episode of his podcast where Kevin Hart came in and he and Kevin were roasting back and forth.
It's one of the most epic things ever in life.
Okay, right. I was there.
You were in the building?
I was in a chair and a microphone. The reason that they took me off the microphone, this is what happened. So the day comes.
Walk me through this whole day.
Right,
I didn't know this nigga.
So
Shit.
I used to be on a show called Speedy's Comedy Corner. Shout out Speedy.
We talked about him last episode.
We talked about him last week. Nothing but love for Speedy.
Yes.
So Speedy's show was on Wednesdays. Jamie would pop in. He would see me killing, right? And then he does his shows on Fridays at the time. This is 2008, 2009.
This were they over at Shade 45?
No,
office?
This is not Shade 45. This is The Office. This is the one on Doheny.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I'm up in there. It's me, Louis Dick, Speedy, literally a million Hollywood girls, Marcus King, Guy Black, then
and
Kevin Hart
21-year-old
walks
CT.
21-year-old CT,
That's
right?
Crazy.
So now I'm sitting in the chair, right? And before Kevin comes in, I'm looking at Jamie and I'm just like, wow, I'm here with one of my idols, the guy that made me want to do it, right?
This your first time meeting him? I'm just trying to set this up in my mind.
I had been around him for years because I met him first. I'll tell you the story in 2006 of how I met him another time.
Okay.
But I had been on this radio show. Thank you so much to the late, great Greg Shelton for helping me into this opportunity at the time, Detroit. So Howie Bell's brother, legendary comedian Howie Bell, his brother.
Yes.
So Greg Shelton's there. Everybody's there. It's crazy. Jamie's sitting there before the show starts. I'm looking at him and I'm like, man, I gotta make this moment mean something. You know what I mean? I'm like, you get a chance to be around somebody that you know, inspired you or idolize. You need to ask them a question and maybe that can help you in your journey, right?
Right.
And I was like, yo, Foxx, what do I need to do to get to that next level? How can I be the guy, right? And he gave me, at the time, I was so annoyed because I thought this was vague advice, right? You know how you meet somebody, they be like, hey man, you know, believe in yourself type shit, right? So I asked him, I'm like, hey man, what do I need to do to become successful in this game? And he's like, you gotta want it. And I'm you know, because I thought he was going to give me something like, first thing you need to do, get you an agent, do this, do that. He's like, you got to want it. And then he was like, man, I'm waiting on one of these young comedians to just come up and take the throne, man. And I was like, I'm coming, dude. Just give me time. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this because I'm like, I need to figure out, one, how this game works, two, how the business side of this game works. And I'm like, I need to find all this stuff out. And it's like, when nobody tells you anything, it's hard for you to conceptualize this whole thing.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, but I'm sitting with that, right? Kevin Hart comes in and he's sitting down across the table from me.
Tell me what year this is again?
This is 2008.
So Kev hadn't even popped yet. He was bit roles.
2008, 2009.
This Paper Soldiers era, right after Wildin' Out for him.
This is when Kevin Hart was doing a superhero movie was about to come out.
Right. He had already did Soul Plane, but he wasn't.
He had done Soul Plane.
He wasn't big Kev yet.
No. He wasn't even near big stand-up Kev.
Right. This was before Seriously Funny.
Yes, this was before Seriously Funny.
Man.
No. This is before Grown Little Man.
Okay, this
is before Grown
Kev.
Little Man.
Okay.
This is before Think Like a Man, the tours, all of that. This is right after, and this is before he hosts Comic View.
Damn. So this is early Kev.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. This is 08, 09, but it's after Def Jam.
Okay.
After he filmed Def Jam.
Okay.
So he's sitting across the table from me. So it's Kevin Hart, CT, Foxx, Speedy, and I'm like, oh man, I know this episode is about to blow up. I get a chance to be a part of history, right? Because this is before podcasts or video recording. This was just audio.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I can't wait. Claudia Jordan walks in. Shout out to Claudia Jordan. Nothing but love.
Yes.
She's,
shout out to Claudia Jordan.
One of Tangerine's, friends, and she's a legend in her own right.
Yes.
And she's always showing me love. Claudia walks in. Every seat is filled.
Shit.
Right? So now I'm looking at the Hollywood girls. I'm like, none of these hoes are about to say anything of substance or value to this show. So I know I'm good.
Right.
Foxx was like, so you're me. I'm Foxx. He did the thing where he like looks away. He's like, yeah, man, somebody gonna have to go ahead and get up. And I'm looking around with him like, man,
who we gonna get out of here, Foxx?
Who's gonna get out?
Because I want it.
Because I want it. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, Marcus King is like, hey, yo, CT, man, go ahead and let Claudia get that chair. And I was like, motherfucker.
Nigga told you to shimmy out of there.
Come on, man. Because a lot of times they don't know. They don't know who's about to pop. They just look at, just like executives, they don't know who's got the talent. They just look at who's got the fanfare then, right? Similar to what you say on Wildin' Out. Wildin' Out, a lot of times the people with all the fanfare get the attention, and then when it's time to show up on that microphone and they fail, then it's like, all right, let's go back to the people we know, right? So in this situation, I was like, man, they just don't believe. I don't need them to believe, but I'm going to get my moment. So I say that whole story, and then of course Kevin and Jamie go back and forth.
The classic
legendary
exchange.
battle. I'm directly behind Claudia Jordan.
How difficult was that to get? How difficult was that walk from your chair to the seat that you had to go sit here? It was like the executioner's row.
It was a walk to remember. It was literally one of those things where I was like, I was so mad. But then when you see the greatness happen, and then everybody at the table got roasted.
Damn.
And I was like, and Kevin was on fire. So when I say Kevin Hart, this is the time before he got his fame and the investments and couldn't say certain things. This is where he was off the leash and could say anything. So
it was dangerous, Kevin.
I say that entire story to say to Jamie Foxx, when we're talking about stand-up comedy and you back on your funny shit, Jamie, you gotta want it.
Gangsta.
So this is from two fans.
That was gangster.
This is from two fans. If you want it,
right,
get back on your funny shit and stop hashtagging it. We fans, man. We want to see it. Stop running from that stage.
Come on, man. That was fire. And I would love to see it.
You got people that want to write some
this.
fire for you.
Man.
You stop hanging around them old niggas, man. These young niggas are the ones with jokes that young comedians give you energy.
Yes.
We give you that energy that you need. You don't need to be around the same cats you've been around for 30 years. You need to be around the cats that's going to make you be like, ooh, I got to step my game up.
And I think that that's necessary for comedians later in the game because I feel like you can lose. And not saying that's what's happened with Jamie or any older established comedian, but it's just like there's something about comedians that just get up every day, hit the open mics, and I don't feel like that energy can be duplicated.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen like I remember I tried to, and there's no shade to her special, but I tried to watch Ellen's special, her last one. And I remember within the first 10 minutes, she had just said something. And I know it was like a joke to
you watch Relatable.
Huh?
Relatable.
Yeah, I think that was one. It was the one where she basically said a joke about her big house and like having it was just like, comedians we draw for inspiration in our life, and just most people aren't going to be able to relate to the plight of, just uberly rich people. That's why I just feel like how you said, though, that, like if it's, say, Jamie was to lean into the things that we see about him, I think that could work. But I feel like the pressure that comes from that, because they just want to, niggas like Jamie, they want to be good to niggas. Like, they want to be good to in the barbershop or just, in the culture. I just feel like that pressure comes along. That's what I would say, the more time goes on, the more probably hesitance the OGs will have.
They get scared. They think about the money. They don't want to be clowned, and they think they're above getting roasted, and it's fine. He's a legend. He's never going to not be a legend.
Right.
But drop the special, bro. Martin Lawrence dropped... He dropped You So Crazy, then he dropped Run Tell That, and then he dropped Doing Time in 2016. He still dropped a special. He's not caring about whatever people think. This is his art. This is his voice now. He drops it. So what are you really scared of? Not saying that Jamie and Eddie are scared, but hey, man, get from that mansion.
Nah, man, you calling OGs out. I love it, man.
Fact, hey, man, what do I have to lose, bro? I'm still hilarious. I don't have millions in an Oscar, and I'm gonna kill. So when you look at Ellen's special, let me correct you. It was called Relatable. Right. You didn't get past that joke. That's unfortunate because that special was hilarious.
Was it?
She got past because now she's addressing the elephant in the room. Okay. She's like, yes, I'm insanely rich. Yes, I have all of this money. But it takes a while for me to get from this wet shower to my dry rug, and we all do this run to get to it, no matter how big or small your house is.
So she
starts talking about her journey being a lesbian woman in Hollywood around 97.
In my heyday, you motherfucker.
Where it was hard to even be seen as a person of the LGBTQ community, and her struggle with that. Like when you see this special, it was incredible, and it truly was relatable.
I'm gonna have to try to give it one more go
because
I tried, and then once I heard that joke, and maybe it's just because I was just in my feeling like, bitch, I'm in an apartment, but.
That's why you got mad.
That was really the reason.
Yeah.
One last thing I wanted to say out here, because I had a bunch of other stuff on the docket, and we really can't get to it. But I had an epiphany today.
Okay.
I have many of these all the time. But I wanted to tell you how you were tied into my most recent epiphany.
Okay.
Without even knowing that you were tied into it.
All right.
So I seen a random thing on on Instagram or whatever, and it was like one of those quotes, and it was basically saying, consistency is more important than intensity. Mm-hmm. And then it went on to cite a couple of examples. It said, consistency will tell you need to run a 5K marathon. I mean, no. I said that wrong. Intensity will tell you that you need to run a 5-mile marathon. Consistency will tell you don't miss a workout for 2 years. Intensity will tell you that, you need to, what was the other one? Hold on. It will tell you that you need to write a book in 30 days. That's what intensity will tell you. Consistency will tell you don't skip a day writing for a year. And so I was thinking about that because I always get in the weeds of my mind. I'm a very intense person. Like even with this, me. I know it's a shock for you to hear this, but yeah. So like even like I put deadlines on everything, the 225 by da-da-da-da. And what I realized is that I miss the mark a lot of the times on being great with just trying to be consistent, and how that relates to you. You're a very consistent nigga. I noticed this because when I was thinking this, and then I also read stuff about like you're going to be like the sum of the 5 people that you hang around more. And I was like, man, I need to hang around CT more, man. I want to like, soak up as much as I can learn from him. But what I learned about this was, because you said something to me the other day just randomly in a conversation. You were just like, man, I haven't twitched this week. Yeah. And then you just kind of you were just like, yo, I normally do this, da-da-da. But you weren't too hard on yourself. You just literally addressed it, and then you kept moving on. And then you have a very consistent life. Like you just regularly did. I remember like I see how your life is now and it's consistent now. But then I go back 5 years, 2016, when before all this stuff that you built on your own, but you still, I remember going to your house like around 2016, 17, and you were writing on, and I think it was family time. Yeah. And I remember I came to your house one day and you was like, yeah, man, I just wake up, you know what I'm saying? I'll do this, I'll write my script. And so you had consistency there, bro. So I feel like you have life figured out on a lot of levels, and I don't even know if you know that, but there's so much power in consistency. And my episode saw me seeing that in your life. I just want to give you props on that, and I'm really learning from that. Like, get to 225 when you get there, but just keep trying. And stop with all these fucking proclamations, all this dumb shit, because it's stupid. All you're doing is wasting your time.
I'm going to the moon tomorrow.
How you gonna get there?
For this, man, I appreciate your words. I thank you for saying that. Don't think that I don't. It's what I always try and tell you when it comes to your mental health, when it comes to the alcoholism, when it comes to anything that you want to accomplish. It's like, hey, man, today happens to be a day and tomorrow will be another one. Don't let too many things pile up to where you start to get torn up over it. You get another chance tomorrow. And if it doesn't work out the way you want it to, don't be sad, because that's how it was supposed to work out. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my consistency has always been progression, not perfection. It's just like, keep going, bro. As long as you keep going, you're going to win. If you start walking right now and the finish line is down the street and everybody ran at the speed of their fastest and you just walked, you're still going to get there.
You can't sprint a marathon.
Come on, man. So, just consistency is key, and you can't ever get down on yourself. And this is a marathon of your life. This isn't anybody else's life you can compare it to. And with that said, Jamie Foxx, stop bullshitting.
Get back on your shit. And this has been another installment of a Justice League podcast. I've been Doughboy.
It's your boy CT. Let me tell you something, man.
Okay.
We had Colin here today, man.
We did, man.
Swole Cole wasn't here. And Colin, let me tell you something.
That's Ballin' Colin.
You just got one for everybody?
Ballin' Colin and Swole Cole.
So Ballin'
Colin and Swole Cole.
Swole Cole. And Cole, he got his shoulder, so you just be saying he's swole.
The thing ain't worked out since we gave him that. Get back in the gym so we keep calling you this shit when we call you Deflated Cole. I love Cole, man. Shout out to Cole. Yes, man. Let's get out of here, man. It's been a good time.
Hit the music.
Yeah.